the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand.
Hi viewers, welcome to PagePedia Videography Challenge, Immortality Within Reach. I'm Shuemo Abiodun Alex, your host for today. It is with the utmost humility and sincerity that I present to you Mr. WASIU Balogun, the CEO and General Manager of PolySmart Packaging Limited. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Could you please introduce yourself to the world, sir?
Yeah, my name is WASIU Balogun. I'm the CEO of PolySmart Packaging Limited. It's an indigenous company. We are into shopping bag production generally, and we started just about 3 years ago. And I can tell you that today, I'm happy to say that we have made very huge impact in the industry where we operate. And at least if we look at what we have achieved in the last 3 years, it's actually a venture what we are doing. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us your educational background and what motivated you to start this company, PolySmart Packaging Limited?
Yeah, thank you. I was born 25th November 1975 in Lagos Island. I attended Ansarudin Primary School in Lagos Island, Dolphin Secondary School. Same in Lagos Island. In fact, all my life I've lived in Lagos Island generally, though originally we are from Kwara State. I'm from Ajashekwe in Kwara State. I went to Unilag, I read accounting. I'm a chartered accountant.
Are you a chartered accountant?
I'm a chartered accountant.
Okay.
I actually qualified May 2000.
Okay. That was like how many years experience do you have in total?
In total, I had 13 years banking experience before I started PolySmart Packaging.
Okay.
I worked with Standard Trust Bank, I worked with UBA, I worked with Access Bank. In fact, the huge part of my working experience was in Access Bank. When I was in Access Bank, I actually rose to the level of a manager.
Wow.
At a point.
What's the duration?
I joined Access Bank 2006.
Okay.
I left 2013. But in 2012, I was actually seconded to Access UK. Then the bank just established Access Bank in the UK. So I was posted there to stabilize trade operation. Then I was head of trade in Nigeria. Okay. And when I was in UK, I was actually there with my wife. Now that I keep telling her, look, I'm in Nigeria, I'm not a Briton. Okay. Whatever we have to do it quickly and come back home. Because when I was starting my banking career, I had the target. And what I said to myself was that whatever I do, wherever I work, before age 40, or when I become a manager.
So, sir, sorry to cut you short. How old are you now?
41.
Okay, continue.
So I said before age 40, or when I become a manager in the banking sector, I have to resign and do what I like doing most. Then, coincidentally,
which is the PolySmart.
What I like doing most, I know that my strength is manufacturing. Okay. And I know that the way to go in any country is actually manufacturing. Okay. That's been my strength. Let me digress a little bit. When I was in secondary school, even though I was not sent to go and learn how to make shoe, but I learned shoemaking. And that was what I actually used to finance my education throughout my secondary school and the university days. So I've always known that I can create huge impact in the society with what I know how to do. In fact, when I graduated, initially I was like, why don't I go into shoemaking? But later I realized that I needed the finance experience. It's going to help me in whatever I'm going to do in future. Yeah. So in 2012, thereabout, I decided that, look, then I was like 37 years old. I knew that I had only 3 years more to go. Okay. Before I resigned, in line with what I said I was going to do. Then I put up some consultants. I gave them objective, what I wanted to do. I wasn't specific, but I just set some targets. I need a company. I need to run a company that will really outlive me. Fantastic. And any business I'm doing must be manufacturing. Okay. Any business I'm doing must be labor intensive, meaning that I intend to, in the long run, we will have to ensure that a lot of people are gainfully employed.
Yeah.
Then we look at the criteria. Eventually, we realize that, okay, let us go into production of shopping bag. Why? Because people that use shopping bags in Nigeria, they don't actually buy it.
So you actually manufacture shopping bags?
We manufacture shopping bags.
The name, you still use the company name PolySmart, or you have another name?
No, that's the name. The company's name is PolySmart Packaging.
Okay.
We started in 2013.
Okay, the shopping bag, I'm talking about the shopping bag.
The shopping bags are not labeled.
Okay.
Because, okay, in the shopping bag business, we have the industrial and the domestic. So people that do shopping bags for all these malls and all that, those are industrial. We do on label one is mass production.
Okay.
That's what we do. But the major success factor to us is not the fact that we do shopping bag, no. It's the fact that we do a lot of our product with recycled polythene, which actually before now not a lot of people do. And I can tell you, this is a business I started 3 years ago, but today
3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah, that's when we started, 2013. I can tell you today, maybe when we started the business, I had the idea, I didn't have money, right? But I've always known that money or no money, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in life.
Sure.
Then, since the vision is there, then our vision was to be the reference point for packaging business in Nigeria. That was my vision. And I can tell you today, in the industry where I operate, in the shopping bag business generally, the domestic side, we have over 250 active companies.
Wow.
But now I can tell you confidently we're among the first top 10.
Wow.
And I can tell you confidently, only just about, I mean, in the industry we have over 50 foreign companies. Wow. Only 2 of them are actually doing better than us right now.
That's great. That's impressive.
Yes, yeah. And in the backward integration side of it, we recycled nylon. We're in partnership with Loma, we're in partnership with West Africa Energy and Recycler, and we have some dealers in Lagos, outside Lagos and all that. I can tell you today, in this country, nobody does as much volume as we do.
Wow.
And this is a 3-year-old company.
Wow, that's
right
great.
now we have over 150 staff, over 400 dealers. Nationwide.
That is really huge.
And we are present in 15 states in this country.
Great.
So
sir, with all this you've mentioned, what are you most proud of?
Honestly, I'm most proud of PolySmart. I will tell you why. I established PolySmart, right? But the society and the staff on it. We are 3 years, right? And there's no key man risk in the business. If I'm not there, it runs itself. 1, 2, the impact we have on the environment is huge. We are recycling nylon that ordinarily constitutes nuisance to the environment. Though I can tell you we are recycling and we are making money out of it. But the major thing is we are helping the physical environment.
So that you are solving a problem.
We are solving a problem. We're solving a problem. And in our 3 years of a system, we provided direct or indirect employment for over 500 people. So I'm really proud of that.
That's great.
I mean,
so you are adding to the nation's economy positively.
Sure.
You are giving jobs to the younger generation.
Sure.
You are solving poverty problems.
Sure.
That is great.
And we have some younger ones that will keep training and putting them through. This is how you can generate money from waste. The waste is just lying there.
Okay.
In fact, there was a guy we set up in Kano. When I explained to him, look, you have this waste here. You can get people to pick it and send it to us. The guy was like, this cannot be serious. But I can tell you, after like 2 months, the guy has actually employed 10 people doing that with him. And today, the guy is one of our biggest dealers. And he's making a good living out of that. So we are really proud of that. I'm really proud of that.
So sir, what other professional organization are you associated with and in what form, sir?
Well, like I said earlier, I'm a member of ICANN. I'm an ACA, I'm a chartered accountant, and I'm a certified documentary credit analyst. That's the profession for trade specialists worldwide.
Okay.
Majorly, those are the professional association I have membership with.
That's good. So if you could do this all over again, what would you have done differently?
That's a good one. What I would have done differently is, you know, when I started, I said before age 40. Yeah. Now, looking back, if in 3 years I'm seeing what I've achieved, yeah. I've built an organization from ground zero to a level where the net asset is over 500 million in 3 years.
Wow, that is
from
huge.
2 staff to over 150 staff, from 3 indirect staff to over 400 indirect staff.
Wow.
Now, what would I have done differently is the fact that instead of setting the target of 40 years old for myself, I should have done it like 30 years. If I said that, look, before age 30, I want to set out to do something that will have positive on the environment, of course, while making money out of it as well. Yeah. Imagine if I started this business 10 years ago. I mean, I can't just imagine what the impact is. So I think that I should have started earlier.
Okay.
If I started earlier, I believe that the impact will have been far, far more than what it is today.
That's good. That's a good one. So, sir, how do you approach the unknown?
You know, running any organization in Nigeria, in itself is an unknown. It's an unknown, I tell you. But for me, the only thing that matters is, where am I going? Once you know the end stage, once I determine what my objective is, okay, it's actually easy for me. You have to make decision. You have to keep moving. Okay. It doesn't matter whether, I mean, it's worse if you don't make decision, you allow this environment to decide for you. Okay. So what I do is, I identify what the basic objective is, then look at my various options and take the best out of it. For example, the economic downturn in Nigeria, 2 years ago, we actually saw it coming. We were like, oh, the country is a monoproduct country. Yeah. We are dependent on only oil, and you can see the price of crude oil coming down. We don't know what could happen. Then what do we do? I sat down with my team. Let's look at what is the worst case scenario. Then we know what the worst case scenario is, which is it could be that there's no FX available at all for anybody to do any importation. Then what is the best way? We started increasing the level of waste we generate, that we recycle. Okay. And today, that's part of the thing that is really helping. In fact, I won't lie to you, this put us in a far, far better advantage than our competitors.
Wow, that's great.
We're actually doing far better in this situation than we're doing when things were normal. Because then, about 2 years ago, this was unknown, but what is the objective? We just have to be the reference point for packaging business in Nigeria. No matter what happens, we just have to have the resilience. Okay. So, in any unknown situation, I try to understand what my objective is, ensure that I have the thick skin. The resilient level must be very high. Then, with God on our side, we'll always be there.
Thank you very much. So, sir, in your last statement, you emphasize so much on decision making. So, how do you keep your feelings from clouding your decision making?
In every situation, what is most important is, where am I going to? There's no ill feelings. If you don't fit into the objective, for whatever reason, we just have to allow you go. I have over 130 staff. Wow. None of my relative is there. And I have a lot of them looking for a job. What I keep doing is setting them up on what you need to do, because I can't just bring you in to come and work in the company because you are my relative and there's job opening. We have to make it very competitive. We have our recruitment process. It's really hard most times, but if I don't follow that, if I allow the personal feeling to affect my decision making, things will go wrong along the line.
That's very true.
Then we just find out that we're employing people that are not fit for the purpose.
That's true.
So for me, whatever we want to do, come first. It comes first. Every other thing revolve it. Because I keep telling my staff, PolySmart is more important than any one of us here. The continuity of the business. I gave them an example that God says, if your hand will not allow you to see the kingdom of God, just
take
cut
it
it
off.
off, just take it off. So that's it. The objective is the most important thing. We just have to keep looking at that in whatever decision we're making.
Okay. In the spirit of PagePedia Videography Challenge, sir,
Yeah.
I need you to look into the camera and challenge.
I'll use this opportunity to challenge Mrs. Bilkis Abiola. She's the CEO of Recycler. She's one of the few ladies in this country that I know that take recycling with a lot of passion. I would like to challenge her to come forward on this program. Then I would like to challenge Lolade Oresonwo. She's a director in West Africa Energy. West Africa Energy is owned by a Nigerian and I think is an island. But the ladies could have brought her and came back to Nigeria because she has a passion to contribute to her fatherland. So I'm using this opportunity to challenge her to come forward. I'll use the opportunity again to challenge Adebanjo Adegbongwe. He's a group head, Global Trade Services, Access Bank. He's one of the people that have made a positive impact in my life. So I'm using the opportunity to challenge him to come forward for the program.
Thank you very much, sir. So what words of advice do you have for the younger generation, the older generation, the people out there? As we all know, this is a videography we are immortalizing. So people can learn from your success story, those who look up to you as a source of inspiration. What advice do you have for them?
Yeah, for the older generation, the advice is that, of course, as it is, their phase is moving on. Then they need to keep encouraging the younger ones. Look, Nigeria is ours. Nobody will develop this country for us. I could have made mistake and say, okay, I have the opportunity of staying in the UK and relocating my family there. Then the success will have been only me, but I decided to come back home, make impact on the environment, make impact on our younger ones. So the older generation, they should keep encouraging us. They should keep encouraging us to contribute to the country. And for the younger generation, there is no shortcut to success. I graduated in 1998. You know, that's about 18 years ago. Then you keep working hard and working hard. And one of the things that have succeeded me today is integrity. There's no fast way to make money. If you think you're smart and you want to just make money off people, honestly, it can never get you anywhere. That should be very hardworking. Your integrity must be intact. Then you must have very high resilience, very strong resilience. And you have to be very, very humble. You have to be very, very humble.
Thank you very much. You've heard it all from Mr. WASIU Balogun. He said so much, and he's an industrialist, a philanthropist, a man of impeccable character. Please listen to him and learn from his success story. We've come to the end of today's platform show. Watch more videos on www.pagepedia.com. Thank you very much. God bless you.